Greetings! Recently, I had a little conversation with a parent of mine, the father. To keep it simple, what he did is that he told me an old joke. I listened carefully and then I replied, "Dad, just like there is no ending to wisdom, there is no ending to ignorance." Dad laughed, all proud for the words spoken by his son. This event led me to writing it down. And now there's a series of questions that rise from that little statement, that peculiar attitude I was involved in after the joke. The statement was, just like there is no ending to wisdom, there is no ending to ignorance. And the first question is, and I really hope that my dad asked such a question, is, if there is no ending to wisdom, as well as no ending to ignorance, then what is the meaning of death? Death means the end of life as we know it. Death also means the beginning of life as we don't know it. Simple as that. These two sentences justify as answers. But this will lead us to the next question. Is reincarnation true? Now this question is very serious because science has no clear idea about it, and religion says it's true and hope for the best. But I shall take this step by step. That very word must have Latin roots. Carne means meat. So reincarnation is getting the new body. Simple as that. Now let's take this keyword, new body. We have two keywords, reincarnation, new body. This will be explained as it goes. New body means a new kind of life form. But since we cannot know for sure whether reincarnation is going into a new body is true, let us apply a principle that is just as old as time and space. Change. According to the life-old teachings, nothing rests, everything moves. The universe as a whole and in units is subject to change. Now we have more keywords. The keywords are reincarnation, new body, change. We haven't got to answering yet. Now, once we understand that the only thing that is permanent is change of the universe, that means that we as human beings, as units of the universe, are subject to change, ever been and ever will be. Alright, finally we have a sentence on which we can continue this investigation. We can have this sentence like so. We have keywords: reincarnation, new body, change, ever been, ever will be. So let us arrange these words according to a logic pathway, but let us not let logic get in the way of intuition. Thus, I have two sentences right here in front. Reincarnation is the change to a new body. New body has ever been and ever will be. Now we have two sentences. Let us continue. So the change, this law of the life of the universe, is always in motion, ever at work. This means that it is not the same hand now as it was when this writing began. A new hand is always writing new forms of vibrational frequencies on paper. So every second, every changing minute, one after another, you change forever into a new you. You are a subject of change. And what does this tell us about death? That we must inevitably let go of the old and be the new. Change, death, won't argue with you. You cannot convince this law to give you more time. So what does this mean in our daily living? It simply means that the body form is not the same. Within minutes, it has gone under dramatic change. This whole body housing us is not eternal, and lucky it's not so. But what is eternal must be new, always fresh out of the oven. Imagine that. Imagine like you are born to every day, and every night you die to it. This is the law of change. There's no reason to think of escaping because you cannot. Now don't think of it as injustice. See the animals that die? They are food to the ground that will continuously give us food. And if we see the real meaning of death and invite it, let it step in, then we are giving attention to rebirth. By willingly doing so, it's not that we are stuck and waiting. It is a courageous movement to invite the end. Because it means you are inviting the end of thought and ideas, where after such action, you are left with unknown reaction and maybe new ideas. Now this is not easy. This all came from a stupid joke. I had to investigate into the origin of words. So it is hard for me to let go of this pen. So it wasn't easy to ask such a question and let alone to answer this question. Most people are afraid of the end. They are afraid of ending their lives as they know it, ending thought as they know it, giving the end to old ideas and getting ready, prepare fresh for new ideas. Because we as human beings, we have many ideas, we have that capacity. We have highly evolved brain. But even though we are highly evolved, we don't seem to thrive for new ideas. We tend to get stuck in the old traditional ideas. Also, what I found out is that science and science subjects such as physics, chemistry, math are really necessary to be studied, because by knowing the old, you can invite the new, which will be the ending of the old. Thank you, whoever listened this till the end. Wish you all the very best. Peace in, peace out. Peace through all.